Hey, what's up everyone? It's me, Gabby, and I'm back with another video. You're probably wondering why I look like this. It's an easy answer. I just don't care anymore. But the reason you clicked on this video is because you're wondering what I didn't tell you about repigmenting vitiligo. You're probably like, well, hold up, because she's supposed to be honest with us and tell us everything, and you're probably confused. The reason I titled it that is because there are things I didn't tell you about repigmenting vitiligo, but not for the reason you probably think. But it's not because I didn't want to tell you, it's because I simply forgot, and I simply didn't think it was really relevant, and I just didn't really focus on it because it wasn't super important, or at least I didn't think it was. So we're going to talk about all that today. This is kind of the new room that I film in. If you are new here, feel free to subscribe. I'm going to start posting as often as I can, and I try to post whatever you guys request. Something major that I've been thinking about since I have been, struggling with this whole thing 2 or 3 years ago when all of this started, when I got my first little spot on my chest. I'll try to put the picture here. This is my first little dot that appeared. What I didn't realize is that around that time, I was doing a lot of natural cleansing and things like that. I have been listening to Anthony Williams a lot lately. I've been listening to his podcast and his Audible books, basically just talking about what it really is and what it really means to be sick. I think that people with vitiligo suffer from conditions that might seem unrelated. Everything is so intertwined. I know that everything is connected, and I know that when things don't seem to be related, they actually are. The reason I'm saying all that is because when, the skin is the largest organ on the body. It's living, it's breathing, it helps us keep out bad things, absorb the good things. It's basically like a sponge. You get what I'm saying. It is absorbing everything, and the skin depends on what we eat and what we're surrounded by and what we're exposing ourselves to 100%. It's basically the face of your health. When your skin doesn't look good or is having a problem, it's because there's something else going on inside, and it's not coincidental. For example, I used to have god-awful acne. It just looked awful, and back in the day, I used to eat terrible. I did not care. I didn't know, so I couldn't care, and I had no idea, but I was eating literally candy by the case full, and that is just not safe at all. Around that time, I was eating all that candy, staying up all night playing video games with my friends, really not taking care of anything. I was covered in acne. I was constantly having health problems. I just was all over the place, and there was nothing really good happening. I started to get really sick, and I had really bad asthma, so severe. I'm not going to get into all that, but I did almost die twice. It's not for attention or anything like that. These were incidents where I almost pieced out of this world, and it was really scary at the time, and it was awful to go through. Not once but twice, and not just for me but for my family. We really had to start taking it seriously and looking at what is really going on here. And at that point, my dad had a connection that he had through work. Some guy he sells cars to is actually the allergist that I go to. He's the allergist that he made the discovery of my meat allergy. That's how I met him, and basically before him, I had been going to a couple other doctors. One lady, she's so nice, and she does a holistic approach. Basically, she does everything naturally, and she's considered a naturopath, and basically all the stuff that she ever did for me worked. But because I had something else going on, I couldn't just go with her. I think I needed the extra help at that time, so I went to her, and then I also went to a real allergist. She helped me so much, and something that she taught me that I really won't ever forget, I'm still thinking about it to this day, is she would, prick your finger and look at your blood under the microscope, and she would look around, and depending on what she found, she would, come up with a game plan. She can see the toxins, she can see liver stress, she can see adrenal stress, she can see you don't have enough food enzymes, she can see all of that. Whenever I followed her remedies and took the natural herbal supplements that she prescribed, I felt amazing, and I was almost completely weaned off of like steroids and all those things. I was at like the perfect weight that I've like, you know, I wasn't even worried about weight, but I was basically where I wanted to be, and I wasn't having any problems. I was almost completely off my medicine, and basically that's what I want. I want to be all natural. That's pretty much my goal, and I would go and take her remedies again if everything that she had was vegan because of my allergy, but I don't know if I'd be able to find everything. One of the things that she had me do was a liver cleanse. When she says that when you are, you know, going years and years eating whatever and being around all these chemicals, whether or not you're eating anything bad, you're being exposed to like heavy metals and toxins and pathogens and all these things that build up in your system. So imagine like not cleaning your car for like 5 years. It would be nasty. So it's the same way with your body. If you don't give it an oil change, it's gonna be like goopy in there. So it's the same thing with your body. You've got to clean it out. You have to give it maintenance. You have to fuel it with the right things. Don't put bad fuel in your car. To get a fresh start so I can actually start keeping up with my like taking care of my body, she was like, you know, we probably should do a cleanse, because this was back when I first started going to her. She was like, we really need to get these things on under control. So in order to like kind of hit the reset button and like start fresh is to do a liver cleanse. So basically this is not easy. So basically this is very, very harsh, and I don't really recommend it because I want you guys all to be safe. I don't want anyone to have any bad reactions, because I don't know what goes on with each and every one of your health conditions. These are all natural things. I just don't want anything bad to happen to you guys, so do your own research, talk to your doctors. Basically it's cleaning out your bowel, and then it's cleaning out your liver. I've done it probably 6, 7, or 8 times. I really don't know. It was a lot of times because my insides were dirty. So basically how it works is you take, it's on a schedule. It's like a little paper that she wrote up for us, and it works for us and all of her clients. Basically you take Epsom salt, you take food grade Epsom salt. Is it Epsom salt? The laxative salt, you know, so that's got to be it, right? So you would take that, the doses that she prescribed, you would take that for the first however long. Oh, before that you stop eating at a certain point, and then you start the salts. But after that, you follow the little paper, you follow by the schedule. You're gonna be in rough shape for a while, but once all of that passes, but basically, yeah, you do that for like from like 2 to like 7 or 8 p.m. And then when you're ready for bed, before you go to bed, you take however much it was prescribed of the olive oil, lemon juice, and then you sleep on your right side. In the morning, you pass so many liver stones, liver balls, whatever. Literally, I just don't know how my body even functioned with that much in it. Basically, ease back into your life, and you don't do it very often. This is something you might do a couple times a year for regular maintenance, but like I said, this is not something that's easy, not something I necessarily even recommend, but it's something that I've done so many times, and something that I've done that I did consistently when I first started repigmenting my vitiligo. I really believe that if your body is so completely filled with toxins and pathogens and sludge and literally just years worth of bad foods and things that your body just can't get rid of, you're kind of a little bit stuck. You have to detox. You have to get rid of all those bad things before your body can really recover. Still working on it now because the liver cleanse is very extreme. I'm looking into like gentler versions of it, but that is a very fast way to eliminate a lot of toxins at once. So, but also easier way is like Epsom salt baths, you know, drinking fruit infused water, eating vegetables, so many ways to detox. But I would say that detoxing is one of the major things that I didn't really stress on enough when I made that video, because that is something I think I had probably done 3 or 4 times leading up to it, and I didn't really think much of it. I really think that played a vital role in being able to heal, is by getting rid of all these bad things. And also I was taking supplemental herbs that was helping me off my medication. I don't ever want anyone to stop taking their medication because I say so, because I don't really know what would work for anybody. I'm just speaking based off of what I was doing. So don't listen to me, listen to your doctor. But when like I was saying earlier, I was following that naturopath and I was started to like getting weaned off of my medications. I was taking heavy steroids for asthma for a year, so you can imagine that is not healthy or good for my body in any way, shape, or form. We all know steroids have a link to weight gain, and I think that's what my problem is now. But after I had those experiences, you know what I'm talking about, I had to get back on medication to make sure that that never happened again. So that's where I'm at now. Before I took Advair, it's a little purple thing that you inhale, and then when that stopped being as effective, I started taking, and then after I went to my allergist, they put me on Dulera. So I don't know if any of you are taking those, but it totally got it under control. I'm just looking to be a natural girl one day again, so with hopes all this cleansing, better choices will get me there. The reason I think that the liver cleanses helped me so much is because imagine all of that medicine that was built up. I've had asthma my whole life, so I've been taking this medication my whole life. So by the time I had my first incident, I had already been on it like 11 years. So that's 11 years worth of microdoses that accumulated. So once I did those liver cleanses, my body was like able to function again. It was like, whoa. So it was finally able to keep up with the amount of toxins I was producing, and it was able to put it in the right place. Because if I had so much toxins and then it was just piling it on, you know, there's no way to fully get clean. So when I was eliminating that usage a little bit by taking those natural breathing herbs, things like that, I was finally able to get it under control, and I didn't need the steroid as much because my body could keep up with what was actually happening, and I was giving it things that it actually needs. But anyways, I really hope this helps. You guys ask me all the time what I do and how I can help you. All I can really speak on is what happened to me. Some people don't believe me. Some people think that my first video is total BS, but I would not have made the video or talk about it at all if it wasn't true. These things really do matter and change your skin, and there's a reason why it is such a mysterious disease, is because nobody fully understands it. I feel like I understand it, so, and I feel like that shows too based on my results. So I hope this helps you guys, and please don't just look on the internet for liver cleanses and do it. Please be careful. If you do it very safely and at your own risk. I say that in the nicest way because I want you guys to be safe, but I do want to give you guys everything that I know. Let me know what you guys think down below, and please be safe before you do anything. If you have any questions, let me know. And don't forget to check out Anthony Williams. Once we get to 1,000 subscribers, I'll do a giveaway for you guys of your choice. Whether you want like a mystery box for like a specific item, we can do that. But make sure you leave a comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next week.